Hello, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super efficient hoglin farm. As you can see, there are so much hoglins actually going, and this is what it does every 10 minutes. To make one of these farms, the first thing you need to do is make the materials. So we need something the mobs can spawn on, some fences, warped funguses, soul soil or any other thing, farmland kind of, torches, that's a very important part, trapdoors, some lava, then we also need some magma for the place where, well, it's kind of like a filter, and also we need some signs or anything to stop the lava from going through. So the first thing we need to do is make the filter. To start doing it, we need to place some chests and some hoppers over it to just basically make it so we can have a lot of storage. And you will need a lot of storage for this farm. It is extremely efficient. And yeah, try to just getting double chests. It'll be more effective and it'll take you less time to actually get the chests. Now that you got that, place some hoppers over the chests and place some hoppers going inside the chests. Now make a giant wall of cobblestone is the place where the minecart is going to be going that will collect all of the resources. The reason we need a minecart is just because of the filter for the baby hoglins. They won't get burned up by the lava because they are way too short and they won't get stuck in the lava. And this will just decrease the spawn rates of your farm. So now just place down some powered rails and power it with 1 block of redstone, and they can go actually a pretty far distance before they get unpowered. And the moment they get empowered, you just place down a redstone block and to power them again. This should be the last redstone block we need because we are only going to those hoppers. From those hoppers, we can use some normal rails because we have nothing to power those rails. And yeah, also the hoppers, if we do power the hoppers, then they'll just stop doing the actual thing they need to do. Now, the next thing we will actually do is make a roof over it out of magma blocks. But before we do that, it actually might be a little bit easier just to place down a couple of minecarts with hoppers. Now, make sure that the minecarts with hoppers are going the same direction. Make about 5 of them and send them through this wall place where they will collect stuff. And minecarts with hoppers can actually collect more things than normal hoppers can collect. So instead of normal soul sand, we can actually use magma blocks. Also, this will cost less and will be, well, a little bit less efficient, but still pretty good. Also, this will keep more of the mob farm going instead of it just stopping after some time because, well, there are a lot of baby hoglins trapped on the soul sand and they'll just decrease the spawn rates. So now that we got this done, let's go to the next thing, which is the place that with the lava where all of the hoglins are going to be trapped like that. And now we need a 2-layer cobblestone circle around this magma. You can actually choose how long your farm is going to be, so you don't have to actually just follow this tutorial. Just choose how long your farm is, because that will just mean how much resources you need to use on it. So if you don't have much, then try to make it a little bit smaller. If you have a lot, try to make it bigger because this farm is 100% worth it. Now, place some warp signs or any other signs just on the sides so the lava won't go on the magma to burn up all of the items. I just finished doing all of that, and yeah, these are pretty big. Now place down some lava buckets over the signs. If you're in survival, then you should probably use a fire resistance potion, and there's actually not really much point of you doing this in creative because, well, you don't need the leather and the cooked pork chops that you get from this farm, so probably you should do this in survival. But this is just a really cool way you can do this, and this does a full double chest like a full double chest of cooked pork chop and leather an hour. So yeah, if you're properly FK and you mob proofed everything on the bottom. But as you can see, it is 2 blocks high, and I do have fire resistance just to see in the lava. Now we'll need 2 more layers. That is just for the bottom one. You'll actually not really need that for any other ones. To just, well, yeah, basically, actually we will need 3 more layers because of the like warped thing and the platform. But this is just the drop chute that they'll be going into, and you could actually probably not do it. I didn't test that out yet, but I mean, it's a pretty good thing that you should do because, well, yeah, it's pretty good. So now I made a platform for all of these hoglins to spawn on, and yeah, this is basically what this is, but without all of the torches, trapdoors. Actually, it doesn't really have signs, and also without the funguses. Let's actually take all of these items, and we will need them because, oh, actually, see, we got our first drops. And these guys we don't really need because, well, the farm isn't active right now, but the killing chamber is the only thing that actually is working. And yeah, we don't really need these guys right now here, but when we actually are going to be using the farm, we will not have any piglins to mess us up. Now, what we will need to do right now is take some soul soil and place that down for the like warp funguses to be planted on. And we can place some warp funguses here. The warp funguses are basically the thing that makes the hoglins go in the center. And also the reason we need some torches is because the piglins won't be able to spawn on torches. And if you didn't know, hoglins, they can spawn at a pretty high light level. So yeah, we can use some torches to just light things up, and the hoglins will still spawn. But the piglins and zombie pigmen will not. Yeah, and in Crimson Forest, we actually won't get much zombie pigmen, mostly just normal piglins. But we still need to mob proof that against them, so yeah. Now, the next thing we need to do is place some fences. The fences are just so, well, we don't get hoglins running away off the edge and just randomly walking around, because that has no lava and we're not at enough of a high level. Now, we should place some trapdoors down, and then these trapdoors are what will actually like get the hoglins to try to walk into the lava. Not actually into the lava. They think they can walk over the trapdoors, but they can't, and they just fall down. But what we have to do is just make the trapdoors go down instead of up, and then we will be able to also need to do that on the other side for this to work, because they want to like walk across this thing, but it doesn't really work. And they will sometimes walk across it, but most of the time they won't, so that's not that big of a deal. They'll still get scared of the other warped fungus on the other side of the wall, and they'll again go into the drop chute and then go into the lava. So that now what we need to do is, well, that's how it basically works. Now we also need to plant some warped fungus on this side because we need it on both sides for it to work. Or we could do a one-sided one, but that would just not look that good or work as well as the double-sided one does. And we should get some drops, but mostly the reason that we don't is because we have this farm that is actually 12 times the size of this farm. So basically like 1/13 of all drops will go here, and actually probably less because the maximum capacity of mobs actually can spawn here. Yeah, they probably wouldn't choose to spawn right here on this tiny platform, and instead on that ginormous platform compared to this small one. Now, let's place some fences in between the fungus because the hoglins will tend to go there too, not only to the sides. But yeah, we are actually almost done, except we need this important part, which is the torches. Now, I am almost finished placing the torches, and how you should place them is actually one block apart from each other in all sides. So basically like this in this kind of square pattern. And yeah, like this. So we also need to do it on both sides and pretty close to each other's, just so the piglins don't spawn. Now this is a pretty cool and efficient farm, and the reason that it doesn't really work right now is just because of the other farm. Now I tripled the size of this farm, and also now it has like triple layers. Also, if you put 2 glass blocks like that, you'll see that we have 2 levels of area just for things to spawn, like the piglins or the hoglins, but this is lit up so piglins won't be able to spawn. And now I also put these fences on top of the warp fungus so the hoglins can't just like go through the warp fungus. They will try to go through it if this doesn't have this like fence over it, but they shouldn't be able to do it when they actually have that, because they don't want to stand near the warp fungus for too long, so they just go to the center. Now this is actually the whole farm, and yeah, it's basically it. Also, we have like that thing working at the bottom. This is a pretty efficient farm. You can also make it as big as you want, as long as it is not 128 blocks away from all sides of you. That should be good, because you'll be wasting just mobs by despawning them all. And yeah, if you actually make the 12 farm instead of the 3 like things farm, then you'll be that. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video or thought it was helpful, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you didn't watch my previous video, please do that, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.